Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Today is Saturday, September 7th, 2019. And, I want to talk about a few things here. First thing, let's get the chart started right here and talk about China. China's getting ready to bring out a digital currency, and they say it's going to resemble Facebook's Libra. Now, I want to tell you something. China's got big problems, enormous problems in Hong Kong. And it's a financial problem. Hong Kong, for many years, was the gateway to China, financially speaking. And what's happened in the past few years, they've opened up new port areas in China, so China doesn't represent as much. Hong Kong doesn't represent as much of the gateway for China as it used to. But still, tremendous amount of money locked in Hong Kong. They've got the most highest real estate market. The amount of money that's locked into Hong Kong real estate is unbelievable, unheard of. And Hong Kong's got a currency problem. There's American dollars, there's Hong Kong dollars. And the thing is there's a peg there between the American dollar and to keep it pegged to the American dollar, the Hong Kong dollar, from what I understand now. I haven't completed my research on this yet. I'm still working on it. But from what I understand is it's costing Hong Kong an awful lot of money, and now it's getting to the point where they don't have the money to hold the peg. And people who live in Hong Kong and stuff, well, we all know the turmoil that's going on in the city right now. And so what's happening is money is coming out of Hong Kong. They're fleeing Hong Kong. They're worried, and this essentially represents an enormous problem for Hong Kong, and also Hong Kong. It's just huge problems coming in the financial system within Hong Kong, and this has a lot to do, I think, with how the mechanism in which the Chinese economy functions. It's to the very core of how the Chinese economy functions and the Chinese currency. The question I'm starting to ask in my mind now at this point is, we've been watching for hyperinflation. Could hyperinflation actually come to the yuan before the US dollar? This is a question I'm starting to ask myself. So China now is making a new digital currency that will resemble Facebook's Libra. But as soon as I saw this morning, I couldn't help but think to myself, hey, you know what? They're being pushed. Chinese government's being pushed. They have to do this, and they have to do it fast. It says China's working on a new digital currency. A senior official at China's central bank said the cryptocurrency will bear similarities with Facebook's Libra. China's cryptocurrency could be ready as early as November 11th. Man, they're pushing this through fast. Mao Shang, deputy director of the People's Bank of China's payments department, announced last month that digital currency was almost ready, and it could be ready as early as November 11th. China's central bank has set up a research team. They're rushing on this. As early as 2014 to explore the feasibility of launching the country's own digital currency. So they've been working on this behind the scenes since 2014. So they might be a lot further along than Libra, It says an accelerated release of the digital currency following the announcement of Facebook that it will launch the digital coin Libra. So China's government is actually beating Libra to the punch on this. So this is important news, What was the other thing? Here's something else I wanted to talk about this morning. The NSA has a quantum-resistant crypto that they're creating. So they're already looking ahead. You know, here we are. Here, the NSA is in the crypto creation business. Now, I'm going to tell you what. We know that the NSA. Now, I've been on this for a long time. I've been carrying this story that the NSA created SHA-256 and the SHA algorithm, which is the underlying track that carries Bitcoin. We know that they created that. And that's like the train tracks. You know, picture Bitcoin's like the train. The underlying protocol that carries it across the internet, SHA-256, is an NSA invention. So I'm very suspicious that the NSA is it's not something to do with the NSA where the real Satoshi Nakamoto, you know? And I've been suspicious of this for a long time. But now it says the NSA is building a quantum resistant crypto. And the question is it for nefarious means? Well, this points a finger to me at the NSA that they weren't the real creators of all the cryptos. It says the U.S. National Security Agency, NSA, is going from crypto surveillance to crypto creation. Maybe they've been in crypto creation all along, you know? It's just that now they're out in the open with it. It says the NSA is going from crypto surveillance to crypto creation, according to a Bloomberg reporter, William Turton. The agency is developing a quantum-resistant crypto. Quantum-resistant. The thing about quantum computers is people don't worry about the underlying digital dollar system that we already have in place, you know. And it's extremely susceptible to hacking and all this kind of stuff, you know, computer algorithms and everything else, you know. There's people who sit in back rooms and places you never heard of before that are just hacking all day long. They're just like, I can't explain it to you, but they're out there. I know they're out there, you know, and they're constantly working to try to. They've worked for years to try to hack Bitcoin. Well, look, if they could do it, I mean, just think of the amount of money that's stored in Bitcoin. What is it, $100 billion or something? You know, and the thing of course they're out there trying to break the code or whatever. You know, these guys, that's all they have to do in their life. You know, their computer completely into the computer hacking. It's their big thing. You know. Anyway, they've never been able to break Bitcoin. They're worried that quantum computers will be able to break through. You know, because they got so highly complex. They're able to work out mathematical formulas so fast, a quantum computer, you know. I'm not too worried about it myself. The way I look at quantum computers is, think about the computers we have now, and picture a computer that's size for size. It's 100,000 times more powerful. So, if you were to create a supercomputer and take the computers we have now, say desktops, and start linking them all together into a supercomputing network, you know, you'd have to have 100,000 desktops running at the same time to equal one quantum computer the same size. You know, that's what quantum computers are like. So they can do mathematical computations so much faster than the computers that we have now. But we're on the edge of having quantum computers. So quantum computers is going to enable us to at some point obtain real artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence we have now, I don't really consider it artificial intelligence. I see it as displaying some sort of fuzzy logic, but it doesn't really have a soul, you know? And so I don't really consider it to be. What it does is it simulates a soul. It through its complex uh, computer uh, algorithms and stuff. It simulates like you've got it right now, like on your Siri on your telephone or whatever, you know. But it doesn't really. It's not a real person, you know. It doesn't really have emotions or anything like that. we're going to move into the next generation of this a few years from now, and they're going to be able to actually create a simulated reality, a virtual, a virtual person inside a computer. But it's going to take quantum computing, and this is what NSA is doing right now. Is they're working to try to stop quantum computers from actually breaking the code of crypto. Uh, Look what it says right here. The NSA is watching you and your crypto. Well, there's a lot to watch, you know. That's the way with the internet. The internet right now, everybody's watching everybody, but you have a certain anonymity because there's just so many people on there. You know, world's always been that way. I mean, everybody's always been watching everybody else. You know, but there's so many people in the world, you can't watch everything at once. You can only focus your attention on one person or whatever, and there's billions of people on Earth. You know, so you get a certain anonymity because there's just so much going on, you know, and consciousness can't focus its attention everywhere at the same time. So anyway, it says the NSA is watching you and your computer. The government is Satoshi Nakamoto. Well, yeah. Uh, what's this says? Of course, the NSA could be fabricating these leaks to throw us off their trail. Some people believe the government created Bitcoin. Yeah, well, see, I've been my channel, honest to God, on here, going back. You can go back years. Maybe not on this particular channel. Maybe it was Financial Turmoil Explained, but I've been going into detail about how I thought that the NSA did come from the government, and Satoshi Nakamoto did come from the government. Some sort of pseudonym for a guy that never existed, who was actually probably a group of computer scientists. That's what I've thought all along, you know. Anyway, so listen, guys. Let me turn the charts off right here. I got a hurricane coming. The air pressure right here, right now, is dropping like a stone. You know? You know, that has a certain effect upon humans. The fact when a hurricane has such low pressure. Now, I'm able to handle the stress, you know, but there's a lot of people, you know, it's been well documented that hurricanes, when the pressure drops suddenly like that, it has an effect upon the human body. Human body's not used to it, you know. It's a sudden drop in pressure, air pressure. But the hurricane's really close. That's why the pressure's dropping so fast. I'm going to get out there and take pictures of it and stuff. I'm going to try to get my cell phone out, taking pictures when the trees are roaring and everything else, you know. I'm going to try to get out there and get some pictures for you guys. And I'm going to be back on the air just as soon as the electricity comes back on. You know? And try to get some shows out for you guys. This is the last show I can do before the lights go out. You know, it's funny, you know, because I was reporting on this hurricane on here, never thinking the eye was gonna go right over my house. The eye of it is gonna go right over my house. The same hurricane I was reporting on. You know, there's a little bit of irony in this. You know, I love irony because irony is simply it's a kind of humor that kind of tickles my funny bone, is irony in situations. You know, I kind of love irony. It's not something that's ironic, you know. Here, I report on the hurricane, never thinking that the eye's going to go right over my house, and here it comes, you know. So listen, the next report you guys see is when I get the power back on. The last hurricane we had was a hurricane called Guan, and we didn't have power here for like 14 days after. It was a Category 1. This is a Category 1. So I just don't know. I'm hoping that it's only going to be a day or something. I hate sitting there day after day after day after day waiting for the power to come back on. I hate that. It's awful. You know, can't go on the internet. You're completely cut off. You don't know what's happening in the world. And for a guy like me, you know, who has to stay on top of stuff, it's just hell on earth. You know, honestly. Listen, thank you guys for listening. You guys take care. I'm going to take care, try to survive this storm as best I can, and we'll see you guys on the flip side, when the storm's over, and I'll have pictures for you so you can see what's going on, what happened. Bye bye, guys.